Hi guys, it's me, Donita. Checking in because I haven't done that in a while, and I at least want to let you guys know I'm still here, still alive, still existing. So in a couple days, will be celebrating my 17-month post-op gastric bypass. I had my gastric bypass on December 2nd, 2014. Is that right? How is that possible that it's already been 17? No, it was 2000. No, that's right. 2014. Yeah. How is it possible it's already been 17 months? Like, I don't even know how it's possible, but it has been. And it has been a whirlwind of a ride. Let me just say it has been. I do. I haven't lost any weight since my last weigh in, I don't think. The last time I weighed in, I was the same. And so we need to talk about that because that'll be the first thing that I kind of just go over is the fact that I am not losing weight. And I'm sure I'm to blame. I mean, I'm sure I'm the reason. Um, I can't point the finger at anybody but me. So I'm at like 167, 168 pounds lost. I forget which is, I think it's 168. I'll have to check. Um, I guess I really just need to come to a place within myself where I realize, or I decide what weight I want to be at because I'm feeling like such a failure because I'm not below 200 pounds yet. I really wanted to be below 200 pounds by now, or at least hit my personal goal. And I haven't even hit my personal goal, which was 220. I started out, my highest weight was 401, and here I am sitting at not where I thought I would be at this point. And I really feel like I'm to blame. But at the same time, I just have such mixed feelings. So I just want to, this video here, I wanted to share a couple of food finds and then just go ahead and talk to you about some of the things going on with me. So let me just do this. I found the Starbucks black coffee unsweetened, and this here is 15 calories for the whole bottle. So I figure I can throw this on some ice and throw it on some ice with maybe some sweet and low or stevia or something. And this is a good choice. You guys know that I was a Starbucks addict before surgery, and I was drinking 1 to 2 frappuccinos a day, not in the bottle, at the store, like the salted white caramel macchiato. Yeah, like I would go full force. And so my drinks before surgery, I was easily drinking 2,000 calories a day, if not more. Not a good look. Yeah. So this, I haven't even tried this. I think I'll love it, but I haven't tried it. Also, I just wanted to go over this here is caramelized onion dip. I found this at Walmart. It's a great value, and it is made with Greek yogurt. And I bought it, and I'm like, well, what are you going to dip in it? Potato chips? You know what I mean? Because what do you normally dip into this? I did buy me a small, like single size of potato chips and dipped in this when I first bought it, which we'll talk about that issue here in a minute. But so for 2 tablespoons, it is 50 calories. Not too bad if you're using it to dip something healthy, right? But this is good. I like this. If you can dip something healthy in it, like maybe broccoli, not potato chips. Um, One of my staples is mushrooms. You guys know I buy mushrooms. They're so meaty, and I like to put them in stir fries with veggies. Um, but yeah, that's that. What else? Also, I did buy a food scale to weigh my meat, to put my meat on. So that is something I've been using. I'm not going to do a grocery haul per se. Just a couple things that I found that I liked, so sharing that. So let me just talk about. I've been a basket case lately, and I don't know if I need to see a doctor. I mean, I know it's really encouraged for us to reach out to a psychologist after surgery and actually see one regularly. And I've just been going through some things that I just wanted to share. Just be real with you guys so you guys at least know where I'm standing. So I'm going to do this without crying, hopefully, because I don't want to cry, because it's just not a good look. Nobody wants to cry on cam, just you don't. So, I'm struggling personally. I'm struggling to the point where it's affecting my family, it's affecting my marriage, it's affecting my husband. I think I'm coming to the realization that my weight, all the weight that I had on, I mean, of course, my eating was a coping mechanism that I started when I was a young girl. I can remember as a young girl, after everybody would go to sleep and everything would everybody, all the chaos would stop in my house, I would sneak downstairs to eat something or sneak it to my room just to kind of comfort myself and feel better. And I think I've done that my whole life since. I have always just went to food, and I used to say things like, "Oh, I just love food." And I do love food. I mean, who doesn't love food? But I think that for me, it was a coping mechanism, but it also was a way for me to keep people away from me. You know, all the weight was like a shield to keep people from me. Um, you don't have to worry about I mean, you're 400 pounds, so you feel protected from the world. And I'm at a place now where I'm struggling. And I mean, if I go in the grocery store, I have I have men who will come up and just talk to me randomly, which would have never happened before. And by no means am I saying I'm amazing and I'm hot and I'm all that. It's not what I'm saying. I don't like it. I want to hide from it when it happens. I'm not a people person. I'm not real good with it. And I'm just struggling in so many ways. I don't know how to cope. Um, I don't want my husband to touch me right now. And I think that's one of the hardest things right now for me is because I feel so gross. Um, when I was 400 pounds, he loved every inch of me, and I can't say that and mean it any more than what it is because he did. He loved every little piece of me, big piece, whatever. He loved me. And as much weight as I would put on, it may have pushed the world away from me, but it never pushed him away from me. He was always right behind me, always trying to engage with me, always trying to make me feel beautiful because he genuinely thought I was. And I feel like I'm becoming an ugly person inside right now because I don't want anybody near me. Um, this is hard to talk about, and I want to be real as I can be about this because it's what I'm going through. My husband said to me today, maybe you need to see somebody, because what's happening is like work is pretty stressful right now, and I'm sure everybody's job gets stressful at times. But I'm coming home, and what I would normally do before is I would turn to food in those moments. I would come home and I would start eating whatever was in sight. And so now I don't do that, and I don't know how to cope. Like, I will just be a mess because I don't know how to cope with life without feeding myself. This is so dumb, right? This is so dumb to talk about. It sounds stupid. Um, yeah. So, I don't know the answer. Um, I don't have the answers at this point. I have an amazing family. I have an amazing husband. I have an amazing support system. I think I'm struggling some because I know that my husband is missing certain parts of me. Um, and just for example, I mean, I have no boobs left. I mean, I'm just being real. I mean, I have some, but I mean, honestly, before they were just enormous and they were just there and out there. And so now it's like I, I will try to wear bras that are bigger than cup wise. They're bigger just so I look like I have something. Um, because I mean, I was a double triple D before, and I'm fitting into like B's. Um, and even some of them is not. I mean, like right now, I'm gonna sit back, and this is like brawl. You know what I mean? Like a lot of what's here is, and see, like if I sit like I would never go out in public in this right here without a cover. In fact, my son had to be in concert tonight, and I wore, of course, like a thing over this. If I sit like this, you can't really see my arm issue. But if I lift my arms, which I'll do just to show you guys how bad it is, my arms are pretty just wingy. It's really gross to me. Um, it's not the only part of my body that looks like that. So clothes cover a lot, and so I'm struggling with letting my husband see me without clothes, and that may be a me issue. He loves me unconditionally. He always has. He always will. He is my biggest supporter. He is amazing, like a capital A amazing. But I'm struggling so bad. And so the thought, of course, we had a conversation today and it ended ugly because of the fact that I said to him, I'm kind of putting some personal stuff out there, but it's okay because this is part of my journey. This is part of my reality now. I have so much to be thankful for, so don't take me wrong. I mean, I'm so thankful for the surgery. I'm so thankful that I'm off my medicine and that I can walk upstairs without being out of breath. I can walk to my desk without being out of breath. I mean, the list of positives from my surgery outweigh any negative I could ever tell you. So please don't think that I'm unappreciative or any of those things. I'm just really struggling with some things. I feel like I feel like a failure. I'm doing some things that I haven't done this whole time. For example, I've had some bread recently, which I haven't had bread this whole time. Like I made grilled cheese for my family, and I ate a corner of a grilled cheese, and I felt like the worst person in the world because I let myself do that. There's a lot of guilt when I eat something, and I don't know if that's good or if that's bad. I think for the most part, I try to stay on point with my eating, but obviously, if I'm not losing weight, then I'm not gaining necessarily, but if I'm not losing, then I'm doing something wrong. Is what I tell myself. I mean, I've lost almost 170 pounds, so my husband's like, when is enough enough? Um, enough is enough when I hit my goal, when I hit my goal. This weight loss has become my life. It's become my focus. It's the first thing I think about when I wake up is, I'm sorry, but it is. It's the first thing that I think about when I wake up is, are you going to hit your goal? Are you going to do better? Are you going to settle for what you are right now, or are you going to make sure? And my husband's like, if you never lose another pound, you are good where you are. But then why do I feel like such a failure? I Back to the conversation I had with my husband today. So he says to me, I say, I don't feel like you like certain parts of me anymore. And of course, he says the right thing. He's like, I love you just the way you are. I couldn't love you more than I've ever loved you. I love you more now than ever. He says all the right things, but I know him, like, your mates. He misses my boobage. And so that's hard for me. I'm already, especially when you're already dealing with the skin issue and you don't want him to see the skin issue. I mean, before it was the rolls, the fat rolls, but if I'm being totally honest, as crazy as this sounds, my husband loved my fat rolls. Like, he loved them. Even now, when I say, oh, I need to get this skin cut off, I need surgery, he's like, that's my love, baby. Don't cut it off. It's my love. So my husband's an amazing person, obviously. So it comes back to me. Am I the issue? That I don't want him to see me. And he said, well, honey, don't worry about your boobage. I mean, it's not like we can't fix it. We can fix that. Like, you can get surgery. You can get a boob job. Which was the wrong thing to say to me in that moment, because I was already feeling insecure, like, you don't like me as I am. So when he says basically, well, a doctor can fix you kind of thing, it kind of just got ugly in that moment in our house. Like, and I know he was just trying to say, honey, if you have a problem with it, we'll deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, if it's that big of an issue with you, we'll figure out a way for you to get the boobs, and we'll get them lifted, we'll get them bigger, we'll do whatever you need to do. And honestly, guys, as vain as this sounds, it's not a boob issue with me. I don't care about the size of my boobs. I have so many insecurities right now, and I don't know. I just have so many insecurities, and I don't know how to cope when I'm stressed. When I would used to turn to food, I don't know what to turn to now. So I have been just hard to live with. I don't like myself right now. If I'm just being honest, I don't even like myself. I don't know. I don't have the answers right now. I just wonder if I'll ever get to the point in my life that my weight loss is not my main focus, the first thought in my mind when I wake up. Because it's like overwhelming. I mean, when I'm at work, all I think about is my next snack, and if I can be good when I leave work. And right now, I just feel like I understand I'm not 400 pounds anymore, but I feel like it wouldn't, I feel like I still, how do I put this? I may not be 400 pounds, but I'm struggling the same as that girl did at 400 pounds. I still have the same struggles. I still want to eat bad. I hear some people say they're 2 years past surgery, and they say, I've never went back to my old habits. Well, what does that mean? I mean, I haven't had pop. I haven't had Starbucks bad drinks. So I haven't returned to my habits fully. But I would be lying if I said I haven't had a piece of chocolate, or I haven't had a potato chip, or, um, you know, obviously I had a taste of bread recently, which honestly did me in. Like, I wanted to cry when I realized I had bread. I don't, I know that I have to do things in moderation. Um, I don't know. I'm sure everybody has these struggles, and I'm not alone. I just wanted to kind of just get them out to my weight loss community friends, because I always try to be pretty honest and real about what's going on with me, and I don't want this to be any different. I share all the pluses and all the great things, and I also want to share when I'm struggling, because I think it's only a fair representation of the surgery. Um, I'm scared that I will gain weight. Um, and the reason I'm so scared is because of the fact that I'm not doing well coping with stress. Um, and I don't know what to turn to. I don't know what to turn to get through the stressful moments. Before, I knew what to do. I would eat a gallon of ice cream, or I would eat a bag of Doritos. Drink a 2 liter of pop. Like, those are the things that I did. And so now I'm just so cautious about what I put in my body, yet I still feel huge. And people don't get that. People don't get that I feel just as big. I feel just as gross as I had prior. One thing I'm going to share, and then I'm going to go, because I just feel like I'm rambling and I don't even know if I'm saying anything that's worthwhile that I'm sharing. on my real Facebook page, because everybody knows this is just my surgery weight loss Facebook page, the one that I have. I have a real Facebook page, and I've never really announced my surgery on there to everybody, but my son, being such a sweetheart that he is, had posted something like "proud of you, Ma," and had put like a before and after picture of me. And then I started getting kind of a lot of inboxes like, "How'd you lose the weight?" Like, "Oh my gosh, you look amazing," which is always nice to receive a compliment. But I hadn't really, I mean, if someone had approached me personally one on one, I shared easily, said, "Hey, this is what I did." But I didn't like throw it out there for the world to know. So I kind of just threw it out there and said, "Hey, this is probably my one and only time going to talk about this. This is what I did. I had surgery, blah, 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 blah." So I threw it out there for everybody on my real page. And you guys know how that is. I mean, the surgery has a lot of people have a negative perception of the surgery, as if you didn't do the work, as if it was the easy way out. And I'm just going to say, was there, the surgery is definitely not the easy way out. That's number one. Would have I ever lost the weight without the surgery? I don't think I would have lost it and kept it off. And not that I mean, I haven't, it's not like I've kept it off for 15 years or anything yet, but I feel like this is my best shot. This is going to be my best shot at keeping the weight off, was this choice. But back to that. So a lot of people said on my page and even in my inbox said, "You always were confident. You always looked beautiful. You always rocked your hair, your clothes, no matter what size you are. Size doesn't define you. You're beautiful any size." And so I always tried to. I mean, even at my biggest, I always tried to look nice. My makeup, I always tried to have on point. I always tried to have my hair on point. All those things I tried to do. Yeah. So that was good to hear. And tonight we went to my son's band concert, and I normally, before surgery, would have dreaded going because of the fact that it's like in an auditorium normally, and the seats are pretty tiny. So I was always like, I would like squash in the seat, but I would be overflowing, and literally by the time I would leave, I would have marks on my legs because it was just, I couldn't fit in the seat. I mean, I squashed myself in the seat, and so to I still, the first thing, like I walk in and I'm like, I'm not gonna fit. Like I'm getting all anxious going into the building. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, how are you gonna get in the seat? And then it hits me, oh, you can fit in the seat now. Like, I still have those moments, which is crazy. And I had plenty of room, and I was just like, this is amazing. So when those moments come, you are like, it's like a sigh of relief, and you realize life isn't so bad. And yeah. And life isn't bad. I mean, I am a super blessed woman, and I don't mean to come here and complain and whine at all. I just want to be real with some of the things that I'm going through. That's all. And so I have some goals. I'm going to try to make sure that the next time I come to you guys that I've lost some weight. I'm going to give up some things and try to get really strict. I think maybe try to give up some cheese. Carbs, I need to make sure. I mean, I genuinely try to eat mostly protein and veggies, but I will say that I have, obviously, if I'm not losing weight, I'm doing something that's causing me to just stay where I am and not lose. And it probably would be carbs in the form of popcorn, and not bad popcorn, but like healthy popcorn, but still, maybe a single serving size of Doritos. I don't get a big bag, but I will get a single size and eat them instead of dinner, which there's no nutrition in that. Why would I do that? But I do it. I have done it many times. So there's some things that I can tighten up to be sure that I'm being a better girl, you know? So love you guys. I appreciate the weight loss community, the weight loss surgery community more than I can say. You guys are so inspiring to me. You guys are the reasons that I had the surgery, some of you. I feel like there's been times that I've just struggled and I've reached out and I've had some amazing support. So I love it, and I'm so thankful for you guys. You guys are like family to me. I appreciate it. Sorry for the basket case video. I just wanted to check in and let you know I'm having some issues. I'm struggling a little bit, but I will get past it. I will be better for it. Yeah. So, talk to you guys later. Bye.